What's up, guys? So this is my first back squats since around March, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in that time frame, give or take. But they felt okay. It felt good to have a bar back on my back. Um, my shoulders were probably the biggest issue, and that's to be expected, just given that they've not been in this position in so long. Uh, I still have the mobility, obviously, to get into the position, but even during warm ups, like getting a few reps in, they were starting to feel some discomfort. Like just getting in and doing a rep wasn't so bad, but as the sets would go on, it felt a little uncomfortable in my shoulders. I'll do a little extra mobility work on my shoulders, but it's really just going to be a matter of doing the movement itself again, and them becoming accustomed to being in that position again and feeling that again. I am totally not worried about that. My lower back was my biggest concern, of course, and that's kind of always my biggest concern anymore when it comes to squatting and deadlifting and such, and mitigating any fatigue generated down there and trying to keep that healthy. But my lower back felt pretty good, no discomfort. I went up to 315 for two singles. It felt fantastic, to be honest. The bar speed was there. You can see in the second one, this is funny, but my loose skin on my belly, it's an easy velocity checker for me. If the loose skin goes all willy nilly on the ascent, then I know my speed is good. So, it's a little kind of tongue in cheek, haha, there, but it is something I look at, and I can see it's a visual cue for me now. As odd as that is, it's a built-in velocity tracker. But it was moving. Zero need to go up, other than ego, and I don't need to feed my ego right now. I feel quite confident that I could have just put four plates and done that without a belt. And if I got my competition sleeves and everything, I could probably comfortably squat somewhere in the mid 400s to 500 after having not done it all summer. And in short order, I'd be back in the mid 500s, assuming my back held up. So it's good to know that it's there. It's not my goals right now. As you're seeing, I did. So I did those two singles with 315. I dropped down to 225. I did one set of 20. I did two sets of 10. Then I did 40 box jumps and moved on to overhead press, buck 35. And same thing here, set of 20, two sets of 10, and 40 more box jumps. I'm getting ready for a CrossFit WOD for my birthday, like I did last year. Obviously, going to be a little bit different. 38s. I did the 38-inch box jump with 38 reps, squat, bench, and deadlift in between, with my body weight. I'm looking at something similar but different this year. I think it's going to be harder. It's going to take longer. It's going to take more out of me. And I don't have very long to train for it, so this should be interesting. But I'm not doing a 39-inch box jump, just spoiler alert, that's not happening. Doing the 38s, the 38-inch box jumps, in conjunction with all those reps and stuff last year, it really, even though what I'm going to do this year is going to be a little bit harder and more fatiguing, it's going to be a little less risky. Trying to jump for any sort of decent height, and 38 is a decent height for me. It's not like far off my best or anything. Trying to do that while in a state of fatigue, it's sort of asking for an injury, asking my body to do that much while being very tired. So we're going to be looking at something a little bit different this year. And I'll reveal the full workout, of course, probably a week or so before I do it. But that's what I'm training for right now. So my training, over the next month is going to be very cross fatty.